Satya from India on track. Now, two-thirds of the country's population lives in its villages. In these areas, vehicles like tractors that are primarily meant for farm activities are often used to transport both people and goods. But they're expensive and not everyone can afford them. In the latest of our series on innovative startup, this week we meet an entrepreneur here in Ahmedabad who thinks he might have a solution for getting around cheap.
I am Abhinav, founder of Evomo, which stands for Evolving Mobility. And I'm standing right next to a vehicle which we have designed for rural areas. I was working in Gurgaon in the automotive industry, and one of my trips to rural North India, I found this very interesting vehicle which has been made by people over there called the Jugaad. Now these Jugaads are basically made from second-hand parts, and they were extremely unsafe, extremely noisy. Now these Jugaads were being used for carrying agricultural produce to buffaloes, to vegetables, to a lot of other things, school children. And from an engineering perspective, I thought, yeah, this is something which needs to be changed. It almost took 3 years for us to come up with this. A safe, legal, off-roader, ultra-low-cost vehicle. It's more of a platform which can be further developed into a passenger-carrying vehicle, a truck, or say an ambulance or a school bus. So this kind of covers most of the transportation aspects. On top of it, we are trying to give it some agricultural functions as well. It has an engine, so you could actually convert it into a generator as well. You know, it could do a lot more things. You could actually convert it into a cement mixer. So, and that too at a much lesser cost than anything which is available, which is actually at less than $3,000. A lot of villages would have access to these kind of vehicles. There were most of the challenges of being a startup in India, plus being a hardware startup in India. So from finding the team, getting the right investors into place. So it took us a lot of time to convince investors. Now things have actually started changing a lot, and we have actually seen a lot of investor interest. As we know that 65% of the India is actually living in semi-urban and rural areas. And what we realized was that they were not connected. They didn't have, say, a bus or a truck to get them to places or get their stuff, get their produce to market. So we can actually get them to access things, and that's where I feel that we have much huger market than anything else right now.
It's time to take a short break now, but when we come back, Foreign Legion, the actors from abroad who are chasing a Bollywood dream.